Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a little tour of my car. It's actually called the minivan, and I'm going to give you guys basic vocabulary for if you're driving in the US, renting a car, or buying a car when you're moving there or visiting. So let's start off with the very basics. So these right here are the car keys, or you can just call them keys. This right here is the garage door opener that's attached to the car keys as well. So we're gonna go on the inside of the car first, and then we're gonna come outside. All right, so I just entered through the passenger side door, and then this is the passenger seat. We also say shotgun in the US. If you call shotgun, that means you get to sit. Obviously you only call it when there's a car with more than 2 seats, otherwise there's no other place to sit. But if there's a back seat and you call shotgun, you're the one sitting next to the driver. So this right here is your armrest. This is the door
handle.
The door handle, I'm sorry. This right here controls the windows, the window control. It's not really a name, we don't really say anything specific for here. We say things like roll up the window to raise the window, or roll down the window to make it go down. This part right here is the glove box. This is where you keep, or we keep, I guess, a lot of receipts there from trips that we've taken. Important documents for the car go there. And then, so in Brazil, we live in Brazil, so this is a stick shift. A manual transmission is not as common in the US. A lot of the cars are going to be automatic, but this is a 5-speed manual transmission car. So we just call this a stick in the United States. In Australia and England, they might say something else. This right here controls, you would just call this like the air conditioning. This controls the hot air and the cold air. This right here is the dashboard. This is where you can set things. We've got a little space here and on the other side. These are called your flashers or your emergency lights. So we use these when you have an emergency, when you need to pull over in a spot that doesn't allow you to generally park. This right here, I'm gonna turn this on. So this is our speedometer. This right here controls we just call these the windshield wipers. We don't have a specific name for this. We just say the windshield wipers. The same name that we use to control this, we use for the outside as well. So we say turn on the windshield wipers or turn them off. Very important part here. This is the steering wheel. This is what controls the car, which direction it goes. And then down here, since it's a stick shift, we have the 3 pedals here. This is called the gas. A gas pedal, but we just say gas in English. Then we have the brake pedal, and we just say brake. And then we have the clutch pedal, and we just say clutch. This one is for controlling the gears. So this is for when you're shifting gears, you have to press this down. This right here is our blinker. So that's our left blinker here, and then our right blinker turns up. So that little noise, that's the blinker. And then these here control the headlights. This right here controls the side mirrors. So you have a mirror on the left side over here where the driver's side of the door, and then on the other side, on the passenger side, that's your right side mirror. So very simple. Right side mirror, left side mirror. This right here that allows you to see behind you, this we just call a rear view mirror. This is our visor, and this is, I guess, for people to get ready in the morning. My wife uses this more than I do. I don't really use this. This is the handle in case you're riding with somebody who you really don't trust the way they drive. or if your wife is driving angry, you can hold on to this. And then this right here, so we call this an emergency brake. I know that some people call it a hand brake, but in America, we just say emergency brake. And then the thing that saves your life when you're driving with your angry wife, this is the seat belt here. So that secures you. It's called the seat belt. This is for the people, man, who, I don't know how many of you are doing this, but you need to stop. If you're smoking in your car, you've got the cigarette, this is the cigarette lighter here. And then here, we've got sand on it because
we live by the beach.
We live by the beach. So this is the floor mat. And so it makes it easier to clean. So you've got your floor mat here and then in the back as well. And then the last part of the inside of the car that you guys should also know is the trunk. So that's the space back here. We call that the trunk, behind all of the seats, where you can keep all of your things, like a stroller for a baby. And this is supposed to be where the radio or the CD, the
player.
Bluetooth goes, but it disappeared on us, so we're not quite sure what happened there. All right. This right here is the hood of the car. Underneath the hood is where the engine and all of the important stuff that make the car run go. So I'm gonna pop the hood. I am not a mechanic, so I know enough about cars. I've changed my own oil a few times, but very basics. This is the oil. This is where you put the oil in here. This is where you check. This is called your dipstick. So this is how you check the oil. This thing right here, the dipstick. You got your windshield wiper fluid that goes in here. Car battery. And this entire area here we call the engine. That's good enough. This right here is the license plate. I think they call it a number plate in England, but we call it a license plate. So this part here, the headlight, and then this part here is the blinker. This area here, called the grille or the front bumper. These are the windshield wipers. Oh, and this is the windshield, because it shields you from the wind. So this is our right side mirror, and then we have obviously our left side mirror on the other side, on the driver's side. This is called the gas tank, where you, obviously this is where you put the gas. This is the tire. This thing that is attached, that the tire goes around, is called the wheel. And this thing that makes it look a little bit more pleasant, not so ugly, is called the hubcap. These are our brake lights, or our tail lights. We use both words. So tail lights, brake lights means the same thing. Then this is the trunk. This is how you open the trunk. So in English, that's what we say, or in America, we'll just say, oh, can you pop the trunk? The same with the hood. We pop the hood and we pop the trunk. Even though you're opening it, because it pops up like this, we say pop. This is the rear windshield wiper. This right here is the antenna. And then this is the back. This is the rear bumper. And this is the exhaust pipe. All right, so that's the basic vocabulary. You guys have a pretty good understanding now of the different parts of a vehicle. Every vehicle is gonna have maybe one or two parts, or every different type of vehicle. This is a minivan, so those are the basic parts for a minivan. If you have a truck, there's different parts. Same with a sedan or a small car, it's going to be different. But if you're driving a minivan, now you know different parts, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to like and subscribe. Maybe leave a comment if there was a part of the car that you were curious about that I didn't mention in the video. Please feel free to leave a comment below and I will answer. So